Good morning, YouTubers. T-Square with T-Square Talk. Hope everybody's having a great day. Got a great video planned out for you guys today. We're going to talk about a bunch of numbers and economic data that will be coming out this month. And some of this stuff really could have a fluctuation, I guess you could say, on the price of precious metals, both up and down. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today. Going to talk a little bit about cryptocurrencies. And if you enjoy the video, please take a quick minute, hit that thumbs up button for me, help me out, and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts. And if you really enjoy the video, definitely hit that subscribe button. If you would, hit that subscribe button anyway, even if you don't enjoy it, because it really does help out the channel. So with that being said, let's jump right into some of the stuff going on. So for those of you guys that have been following cryptocurrencies, even if you're a stacker, there are some people out there that are stacking precious metals and they're buying cryptocurrencies. I would be a liar if I did not say, wow, I am kind of shocked by what's going on with cryptos right now. They are going, I'll say, through the roof. Literally, XRP just went up 5x. It went from 50 cents to 250 in less than a month. I'm pretty amazed by some of the numbers that are coming out. It almost seems like it's impossible to lose money on cryptocurrencies right now. Every single currency is up, whether it be Dogecoin, XRP, Bitcoin, everything. They're all up. It worries me a little bit, but I'm not going to sit here and definitely not going to bash cryptocurrencies. Especially, I know a lot of you guys are holding cryptos. I was into cryptos, but eventually it just gets too good to be true from my standpoint, and therefore I didn't want to be a part of it at that point in time. Do I wish I had stayed with it? Of course I do. Especially when I take a look at precious metals. Not really doing much right now. It's kind of crazy because the stuff that is pushing cryptos up should also be pushing precious metals up. Now, a lot of us know there's a huge amount of manipulation out there. Anybody that says there's no manipulation is either A, in denial, or is just an outright liar. That's the only way I can say it, because we all know there's manipulation. There's been plenty of court cases that has proven, when they got fined billions and billions of dollars, different big banks, for the manipulation of precious metals. And here's the thing. If the punishment is not as bad as the profit, then there's no real punishment. You might as well just keep doing it. And I'll give you an example. Let's just say if I had the ability to manipulate precious metals and make $10 billion, and then I'm going to get a fine of $1 billion, is it really going to matter? No. Yeah, some people did end up going to jail. I guess that kind of took them out of the game. But the system is broke. The system is broke. The whole way everything is set up, I guess you can say. And that worries me, that all these people that are putting into cryptocurrencies, that's pushing it higher and higher, eventually it could pop. I don't want to be a part of it when that happens. However, for those of you guys that are a part of it and are positioning yourself to make money off it and move them profits into precious metals, I wish you the best of luck. And if you are putting your money into cryptocurrencies and then you're putting your profits back into more cryptocurrencies, I still wish you the best of luck. But I urge you to take caution. There's a lot going on right now in the economy. A lot of big numbers are coming out this month. I'm going to read you something real quick. In December, some of the most important economic data points, including consumer price index for inflation, retail sales figures, the unemployment rate, the new home sales, and the producer price index, as these just are some of the indicators that will give insight on the holiday spending trend and the overall economic health. Now, some of these numbers, I'm convinced, are also manipulated. They say how great the economy is, but when I talk to business owners, I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing restaurants empty. I'm seeing a lot of houses for sale. And I'm in Texas. I mean, we've got the oil. We've still got oil that we're pumping out of the ground. We still got a fair amount of labor. So when you see these things happening, that makes you wonder, well, how is it, if it's bad here, how is it elsewhere? But a lot of people are in denial. And I think as these numbers start flowing out, you have to ask yourself, well, what's going on? Is it all one big setup? When they lower interest rates because they know the economy is bad. They know the numbers are coming in bad. We just lowered interest rates at the last Fed meeting. And we have another Fed meeting around the week of the 17th. I think it's the 17th and the 18th. Might be the 16th and the 17th. Another Fed meeting. What are they going to do? Are they going to lower interest rates again? Are they going to raise them? What are they going to do? Personally, I think they're going to lower them again. I find it interesting that we're lowering the interest rates, but yet the strength of the dollar is rallying, according to the DXY index. So, there's a lot of things that you need to look at in these numbers. And right now we're seeing, I'll say, a slight pullback on silver. But I will say also, it's doing a great job holding its ground at $30. Am I discouraged? When it comes to silver, I'm not discouraged at all. I know that silver is going to be here. It's going to hold its value for the long haul. Do I get frustrated that I believe that this manipulation, it should be going a lot higher? Yes, I do. How many of y'all ever seen the movie The Big Short? It had Christian Bale and I can't remember all the big names, a couple of the guys from Office Space. And needless to say, in the movie, when they realize that the housing market is collapsing and big banks, huge banks, are holding huge amounts of home loans, they basically would bundle them up and sell them to firms, to retirement funds, to a lot of different organizations. And they didn't really care what happened to them after that. It's like if you sell someone a car, in 6 months from now, do you really care what happens to it? The average person doesn't, because they care about the profits. When you look at that story or that movie, it is a movie, but it's very well put together off of what really happened. They didn't actually say the economy was bad and that the housing market was collapsing until they dumped all of their loans. They literally sold them off as quick as they could when they realized that stuff was in trouble. And I'm convinced that right now, a lot of what's going on is another type of manipulation. It's convincing people. I mean, look what just happened. How much money did they just put into Bitcoin the other day? Michael Saylor. I don't even know if I said his name right, because I don't really follow Bitcoin that much, but I'm pretty confident I said his name right. How much money did he just pump in? I mean, he's the biggest buyer of Bitcoin. I mean, before that, it was, I can't remember her name now. So I actually paused for a minute to see if I could find her name. I couldn't find her name. Needless to say, she used to be the big buyer of Bitcoin, and she had tons of it. And when the funds started going down, literally, people were crying. Now, granted, it eventually came back up, because anything that goes down, I'll be honest, it does come back up until a day comes where people just realize it ain't. That we're printing more and more money, which should be pushing everything up higher, including gold and silver, but we're not seeing it happening as much with gold and silver. And that's why I think the system really is just rigged. And I know some people out there are going to disagree, and they're going to think I'm hating on Bitcoin, and they are more than welcome to leave their comments, because they will below, and that's okay. I'm not hating on crypto. I'm not hating at all. But it doesn't make sense what's going on. None of it does. Ask yourself the basic questions that I'm telling you right now. Do you lower interest rates when the economy is great? There's no need to lower interest rates. You lower interest rates to promote spending. Because if stuff's cheaper, well, then I can go out and risk a little bit more, go buy a new vehicle. But that's not what they're doing. They're lowering their interest rates. Why? Because the economy is bad. And I'm worried that a lot of it is going to come crashing down after Trump's in. You guys know I'm a Trump fan. Yes, I'm a Trumper. But on the flip side, I don't think the guy walks on water. He's not perfect. Don't get me wrong. However, I find it interesting now that him and Elon are promoting cryptos hardcore. I'll be honest, when that happened, I wasn't too happy about that. But a lot of people that weren't fans of Trump, that are fans of crypto, are now fans of Trump. It's kind of funny how things are flipping, but we'll see what happens in the end. With precious metals, though, it's been around forever. It's been time tested. It doesn't rely on anybody. It doesn't rely on the network. It doesn't rely on all the nodes. I know the only way that we could see crypto collapse totally is if there's some sort of a major outage. Now, that's pretty improbable. Let's be real. I mean, it's not likely we're going to see some major outage happen. However, there are other factors that could play out that could be devastating. Like if one of the people that has the most Bitcoin decides to start cashing in. I mean, look at what we saw a week ago. A 10% drop? Think of that, 10%. It went from 100,000 to 90,000. And the only reason that it recovered was because Michael Saylor decided to put a bunch more funds into Bitcoin to drive it up again. But here we are bouncing around just under 100K. Now, do I think it will break 100K? I would be a liar if I said no. I'm not on here spreading fear. That's not what I'm trying to do. I had someone leave me a comment earlier today that, oh, I love how silver pumpers are always trying to promote fear in the world and this and that. That ain't what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to promote a certain amount of sanity. You know, for those people, like I said in the beginning of the video, for those people that have Bitcoin, they have cryptos, and they have precious metals, you're going to be all right. Most likely, no matter what happens, you will be okay financially. Because, you know, you're diversified. You'll keep making money if the ball keeps going up. When the tides turn, you'll have your gold and silver to fall back on. But, like I said before, be worried. This doesn't make sense what's going on. I'm really eager to see the numbers. But I got to say, since I believe we've been seeing manipulated numbers this long, I don't think the next administration is going to be any different. If they can manipulate it, so can't we. You know, and by we, I mean Republicans. I know some people, it's not getting political. I'm not trying to get political. But people need to understand, you know, a lot can still happen that can change stuff. So with that being said, I'm not going to make it a super long video today. I just wanted to kind of tell people, don't worry. I mean, if silver does dip a little bit more, I had someone ask me the other day, could silver dip down to 28? It could. It could very well. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen this month. This is going to be the month. Could it dip to 20? No way. I would be shocked. 28, we seen 29.50 about a month ago, which means if we saw 29.50, we could see 29.50 again pretty comfortably. But look what happened. As soon as it hit 29.50, it popped all the way back up to $23. 33. Correction. Once it hit 29.50, it popped all the way up to $33. That's a big pop. You know, we're forming a floor right now in the $30 range. And I think eventually we're going to see it just skyrocket. Now, by skyrocket, I do not mean we're going to see $200 silver. We're going to see $800 silver. No, that's not what I mean. I mean we're simply going to see $35 to $40 silver. Is it going to happen this month? Is it going to happen the new year? I don't know. Statistically, your best months for silver are usually November and December. That's when a lot of weddings happen in foreign countries. India promotes weddings in that time period. China, as they have these festivals, these wedding festivals, you can expect to see precious metals climb. We're not seeing a big climb right now. We've also seen oil go to zero. Remember that when oil went down to, I'm sorry, it didn't even go to zero, it went to negative. Remember when oil went negative? Nobody was selling it. When you start seeing stuff happen, you know the game is manipulated. Remember when nickel skyrocketed in one day and they shut the markets down, reversed all the trades, refunded everybody their tickets, and basically nothing happened. All of a sudden they brought the price back down and they reset everything, and that was it. I mean, you got to understand, when stuff like that happens, there's a reason why they had to stop everything and reset stuff to make the game in their favor. And if you're holding precious metals, you're doing what they're doing. They're putting the game in their favor by holding precious metals, and you're basically putting the game in your favor. There's nothing wrong with piggybacking, I mean, when you think about it. So, with that being said, this is not financial advice, nor is it meant to be. I thank everybody for watching. I don't know what I'm going to name this video, only because I put up a video yesterday or the day before, and someone's like, it was clickbait. You didn't even stay on topic. Hey, this is T-Square Talk. We talk about a lot of different stuff. So with that being said, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys again tomorrow on T-Square Talk. Take care, everybody. Have a great day, and let's see, it's Monday. Have a great week. Bye-bye.